This is the Kitchen Sink WP Podcast, episode 470.
I program my own computer.
We have a server crash, 404 error, page not found, links aren't working, system is crashing, system is crashing, system is crashing.
Your old HTML website, barely alive. We have the technology. We have WordPress. A new website, better than it was before. Better, stronger, faster. We have the technology.
Hello, everybody. This is Adam Silver, the host of the Kitchen Sink WP Podcast. Thanks for being here. Let's get started. All right, I'm excited. A lot to talk about today. First and foremost, upcoming events. We have one WordCamp. It's in Chiclana, which is in Spain. I wasn't sure, but I double-checked. It is in Spain. It's March 3rd and 4th. It's about 90 minutes south of Seville, 127 kilometers if you're using the metric system. Versus miles. I don't know what that is. It's like 75 miles approximately. Anyway, so if you're an ultra runner and you want to run 127 kilometers, like I might want to one day, go ahead. All right, so there's that. Also, that's it for upcoming events. Moving on to segment 1, in the news, a couple of things to talk about here. WordPress 6.2 Beta 3 was released, still on track for the release being March 28th. 34 new issues have been resolved, and that means the number of enhancements went from 292 to 354. Details will be in the link in the show notes if you want to check that out. All right, moving on. Also in the news, let's see, MemberMouse joins Caseproof. So a new acquisition, this happened just this week. So MemberMouse, Caseproof, is the company behind MemberPress and Pretty Links. So that's interesting how they're going to wrap those things together as far as MemberPress. I think Blair Williams, who I met a long time ago at Cabo Press, he said in his press release that they're going to keep them separate for now, at least, because I guess they do some separate things. So that's interesting. Okay. Also in the news, Mailchimp. A lot of you out there use Mailchimp. I used to use it. I don't anymore. They are changing their plans from the free level of 2,000 contacts to 500. That's due on March 10th. So if you have people using, or you're using Mailchimp yourself and you have more than 500 contacts, expect a change there and a bill. So unfortunate, Mailchimp keeps doing this. They were acquired. I think Intuit bought them, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess they're just trying to make money back. There's that. So it is what it is. So just be aware that Mailchimp, which is very popular for a long time for many people in WordPress, is changing their plan. So you could see that come down the pipe. All right. Also, lastly, here in the news, I wanted to do an addendum, an amendment, an addendum. I don't know which way you want to call it. Last week, when Kyle Maurer asked me my favorite donut, I said a glaze, or I said, I said a jelly donut. I was mistaken. My truly favorite donut, which was called out by my buddy, our friend Dustin Hartzler, is the King Kong at Five Daughters Bakery in Nashville. And it is rolled in sugar, infused with vanilla, buttercream, topped with maple glaze, and candied bacon pieces. It is crazy good. It is a heart attack waiting to happen. It's $5.35. But yeah, that is by far one of my favorite all-time donuts if I'm going to go extreme. I just want to call that out and update the notes there. All right, there you go. I think that is it for the news. Yeah. So moving on to segment 2, the meat and potatoes of this week's episode. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Are you interested in generating revenue on your website from advertisements? Did you know that half of digital marketers don't know how much ad revenue they lose from insufficient or incorrect data? With Adsanity, you can say goodbye to uncertainty with user-friendly, accurate reporting and a simple interface that lets you effortlessly place ads wherever you like on your website. Adsanity is an easy-to-use ad rotator and management plugin created for publishers, bloggers, affiliate marketers, and developers. Built for speed and performance out of the box, Adsanity can adapt to your specific needs. You can place ads anywhere on your website using widgets, template tags, and content shortcodes. And with a host of basic and pro add-ons, you can customize it to match your budget and hit your advertising goals. Whether you're losing revenue to ad blockers, needing to rotate your ad content, or missing out on crucial tracking data, Adsanity has you covered. Visit adsanityplugin.com and get started today. Adsanity, simplified ad management for WordPress.
Again, thanks to Adsanity for sponsoring this week's episode. Really appreciate having them on board. They are a great company, a great team behind them, and honestly, a great plugin. It really is. It's a fantastic tool. So check it out. All right, moving on, segment 2. meat and potatoes, non-WordPress LMSs. Okay, so this week I'm starting a monthly series where I'm looking at WordPress LMS alternatives, non-WordPress LMS alternatives, I guess. So anyway, why? Well, it's good to know what's out there, much like I did with the e-commerce options I did last year. And a reminder, I did review a couple LMSs. Episode 421 was Lifter, the most recent version of Lifter, and episode 449 was LearnDash. So with that, we're going to start off a series once a month, approximately, until I go through maybe half a dozen of these most popular ones. We're starting off with Kajabi. Now, they have for a free trial. I checked out the homepage. I did see a nice combo slider on the homepage, meaning you can kind of see how much money you want to make, what you'll make yearly based on how many customers. So it's like a 2-slider option thing where you say you have 50 customers at $250 a month, you'll make $150,000. Nice. I love that, projections kind of concept. It's always nice to think that. A bit of a dream possibly, but hey, it's a dream, it's a goal. So with that, I went ahead and created my free account, but I did have to enter my credit card, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I did it, and I have to set myself a reminder in a few days, if not tomorrow, whatever, to cancel it. So anyway, I waited a few minutes, got the email confirmation, clicked it, and then the first screen that pops up after you click, that's your actual email address, or a few questions. What brings me here? Describe my profession. Do I already have an online business? What's my current industry? And have I used other platforms like Kajabi? Past that, step 2 of 2 asks for my address so I can get paid. I'm assuming that's for when you set up, the e-commerce aspect of it. And then all done with that. The next pop-up says, welcome to Kajabi, Adam. And what do you want to do first? Course, podcast, or community? What do you want to create first? The options are create a product, build a landing page, generate course outline, Kajabi University. It's their help files. And I see I can skip this and just go to the dashboard, which is what I did. I wanted to see the dashboard from the get-go to see what do you get and kind of describe it best I can. So the dashboard has the options on the left-hand side: products, sales, website, marketing, contact, analytics, standard info for a dashboard. In the middle of the page were the options again to build a website, create a product, create an offer, and build a funnel. Below that section was an offer for one-to-one training, free for the first one. I get additional training for one-on-one training if I activate my subscription. And what else was that? After that, I was just thinking, how do I want to approach this? What do I want to build? So to keep this simple for the series, across all these different tools I'm going to try out for the next couple months, I'm going to focus on just creating a course only. Okay. So with that, I clicked on product, course will be my first choice. And once I clicked on create a product, the choices now are course, podcast, community, and coaching, which I'm like, wow, there's a lot I could choose from here and how I want to create what I want to create. If you highlight the choices, the text box changes. The text box underneath the area changes, telling you what you can do within that structure. For example, in a course, you can turn your knowledge into a world-class learning experience, build a course that helps you connect with your audience and grow your business. Under the podcast, create and publish episodes, distribute to all major listening apps, and monetize your podcast, all from the dashboard, et cetera, et cetera. So there's that. I selected course, which takes me to a new page, and I get to enter a title. So I thought for a bit, what is it that I'm going to try to enter? Again, be consistent across this process. So I thought, you know what? My course will be how I use Profit First in my web agency. The description was how I implemented the methodology and made a living kind of thing. I'm then given the ability to choose a template. There's an online course, pre-built one. There's a blank version, totally from scratch. There's Drip, where you can share content over time. And there's a membership version, so you can have a centralized hub for customers if they keep coming back. I selected the first one, again, keeping this easy. I uploaded an image, and you can then pick paid or free, which I skipped for the moment, but pay or free means, is the course free or do people pay for it? Makes total sense. I skipped it for now because I'm not about to connect PayPal or Stripe to this. It's just for testing purposes only. So then Kajabi auto-generated the 5 main areas of an outline for me. It took maybe, 20, 30 seconds tops. And it's interesting. So they give me a course intro with a subsection of welcome, about the instructor, outline objectives, another topic area, the fundamentals, then the what, the why, the how, advanced topics, and then of course wrap up. Now, to be honest, I think this is a good idea. It helps those who aren't quite sure with where to start on the outline, if you will. And of course, that can all be changed, but it's a great starting point. And it's like those basic high point areas of a course that you're going to teach that kind of every course might need in that case. So the next screen in that area is some sub items. And it's kind of hard to describe this obviously in an audio format, but the sub items under the title are, you can customize the offers, certificates, and settings. In the customize, we can see which template is currently active with a button to install new ones, as well as upload templates. So I'm assuming you can then code or buy your own elsewhere, maybe in a marketplace, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to even change the one. I'm going to go with the default because, again, keeping it simple. So on to creating the content. Now, I did a little video for about the instructor, introduced myself on my camera, and then I uploaded that. You could do the same for the outline and objectives. I might use ScreenFlow or something like that, or one of the other on-screen camera videos. So that way you can be you on camera and then showing some slides, talking over it, et cetera, et cetera. In the folders of the overall topics, let's say advanced tips, there's an option to add content. In there is a little plus button. In there you can actually add sub-modules, lessons, quizzes, and import content from another different course, which is nice and makes sense because you don't have to recreate something or upload the same course multiple times. It takes space. So you can kind of repurpose same content across different places. So yeah, creating a course, not hard per se. You have to have your content ready, recorded, simple to upload it, or you can copy paste it in the areas in question. Again, really clear on how to do this. Again, back to the whole fact that they gave you these 5 areas to start from. It's a great starting point. I'm really impressed with that. So moving on to the course, looking at the settings for the entire site, there's a button you can actually click to say, show me what this looks like. Looks really good, actually. Lots to choose from in the settings as well. Site details, marketing, checkout settings, payment, blog. There's a lot going on here. So it looks like Kajabi has a really, really robust feature set. Ton of customizations, as they should, because the service is not cheap. That's what I want to talk about next. So what's this going to cost you? Well, they have 3 tiers for pricing. Basic starts at $150 a month, or $119 if you build annually. You can do 3 products, 3 funnels. Growth is $200 a month, or $159 if you do monthly. More of everything. And then the Pro is like $400 a month, or $320 if you pay yearly, etc. So typical pricing models, but not inexpensive. Now, they do charge transaction fees. Well, they don't, but the typical transaction fees of Stripe or PayPal, 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. So keep that in mind. But they don't charge anything on top of that, which is actually kind of nice. So final thoughts. Again, 30,000 foot view here of a non-WordPress LMS alternative. Do I like it? Yes. It's clean, it's fast, it offers the LMS as well as website and hosting and marketing and email, and it should offer all that for the price you're paying. I mean, it's a managed service, all encompassing one place. So $150 a month, okay, I see it. If you're making money, it might make sense for you. Would I recommend it? Sure, for the right client, it could make total sense. It really could if they just want to get something up and running quickly, templated, but there are a lot of settings and options. And I have come to learn that many people don't want to deal with all that stuff. So, it's one of those things where do what you're great at, outsource the rest. It might be too much for some people where they'd rather just produce the content and have somebody else run it and set it up for them, either on Kajabi or in my case, on a WordPress LMS using like Lifter or LearnDash. So will I be using it? Well, no, not at the moment. I'm just testing these things out. I still prefer using WordPress. So there you have it. Again, 30,000 foot view. And we're going to do more of these over the next few months, see what else is out there. All right, moving on. Segment 3, tip and tool of the week. This week's tip, it's a plugin, Gravity Forms email blacklist. I found this somehow. I'm not sure how or why I found this. I don't remember exactly what we use this for. Oh, I know what it was. Anyway, email blacklist add-on for Gravity Forms, built to help block submissions from users with generic or competitors' email addresses. Example, it would work like if you want to block google.com or email addresses from top-level domains or jsmith@yahoo. It's kind of a neat little add-on for Gravity Forms. Link in the show notes. Check it out if you want. I have no connection to them, but I remember I needed this for a client, so a couple months back. Anyway, check it out. Gravity Forms email blacklist. Kind of neat. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. If you have any questions, go ahead, send it in via email, adam@KitchensinkWP.com, or use that SpeakPipe function on the website. If you want to support the show, you can become a Patreon. That'd be awesome. Link on the website. You can also sponsor the show like Adsanity did. There's a form on the website as well. Thanks for listening. See you next week. Now go out and do some awesome things with WordPress. All right? Bye-bye.